GM. I'm just finishing setting up the stream, and then we're going to get coding. All right. Let's do it. So, what's been cooking the past few days is some changes to the Kinode book. So if you look, we now do releases. So there's some CI now to whenever we push a new book, it will make a new release. So what we're going to do is we are going to, here's our order of operations. First, we are going to update Kinode core's build script to pull most recent book release. Then we are going to write a package for Kinode core that serves book. And that package includes a widget. Okay. So, step one, get ChatGPT open. Step one is we want to ask, how do I get the most recent release from a GitHub repo in Rust? If you don't have to write the code, don't write the code. AI is cheap. I pay this thing $20 a month to write code for me. That's a good deal. Okay, so this is our build script that we're going to be modifying. So probably what we're going to do is, let's see. So what's happening here is we are basically just going and building all the packages. So before we go and build all the packages, right? So, okay, building front ends here, then packages dir, and then we, this is like stuff related to cargo. We don't have to care about that. But okay, here's the interesting stuff. So build and zip package. Okay, so before build and zip package, where you need to pull down the Kinode book release. And it looks like GPT has told us how to do this. GPT tells us, okay, you want to do request get. Okay, this is the GitHub API. Oh boy. Okay, this might be a little bit trickier than I expected. The reason is because, let's see, is a way to do it without hitting the GitHub API. So the reason I'm leery of the GitHub API is because I had to do a lot of work in Kit to avoid running into the free GitHub API limit. So I think you get like 100 requests an hour or something like that. So probably not an issue, but if we can avoid it, then I don't want to have to deal with it, because it just leads to like things not working as well as you would hope. Cloning the repo and using git commands. Oh no. Web scraping. Okay, we'll use the API for now, I guess. I wonder if we can reuse any of the Kit code. Let me take a look at the Kit code for, I think it's in build. Download. All right. Download file. I think it's like GitHub specific though. GitHub. Download file. Okay. If it exists. I'm pretty sure there was logic in here specific to, let's see, specific to GitHub. Okay. What do we do with this? Okay, here we go. Get from GitHub, that looks like what we want. So you give me an owner, a repo, and an endpoint, and I give you back a bytes vector. And then in here we're doing stuff. Yeah, so here you can see we like cache stuff, and then we only actually fetch from GitHub if the most recent copy is older than a certain amount. Okay, so I think this is what we want. Okay, owner repo endpoint. Okay, so I think, let's see how this thing is used. Owner repo releases. Okay, that looks exactly like what we want. Fetch releases, this is actually exactly what we want. Even more exactly what we want, except it needs to be pub. All right, we are modifying kit. In order to modify Kinode core, you must modify kit. Okay, well, not really, but in this case, we're going to do it. What branch am I working on there? Oh boy, we're going down a rabbit hole already. Is this even on remote? It does not look like it's on remote. Okay, well, we're just gonna send these changes to remote real quick, and then we're gonna go over to, yeah, allow, run tests, allow use of binary. Okay. Push to remote. All right. It needs to target next branch. Whoops. No, it needs to target the 0610 branch. There we go. Okay, that looks better. Okay, we'll just do some bad practices here. Do not, this is not a how to use GitHub stream. This is a, we're trying to get to do the thing that I said we we're going to do thing stream. Okay, so tweaks to run tests is merged. Let's go get the 0610. Okay, and then we're going to make modification there. It's just a minor modification. We wanted to make fetch releases a pub function, so we can call it from our Kinode build script. So that's in source boot fake node mod rs 258. Make it pub. All right, we're just going to commit straight to 0610. Make fetch releases. Whoops. Pub. All right. Cool. Okay, so actually what we need to do, we don't need to install it there, we need to change this guy to use it. So kit, we want to use 0610. Oh, it's not tagged yet because it's not merged. Oh man. Oh, I'm streaming. Okay, so let's see. Well, we will, you know what, for our development, ease of development, we'll just give it a rev commit hash, and then we'll switch it over in a moment. So our commit hash is this guy. Is that 7? Yep. All right. Okay. Now we can do what we wanted to do, which is modify our build script. So our build script, we have kit. So we're going to use kit as a library. We're going to use this fetch releases. Okay. So we need to do it before build zip package. So we'll do rerun files. Do we want to do it before rerun files? I think we want to do it before rerun files. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do, this might mess everything up. Well, I think probably what we're going to do for the stream is we're going to get it to a point, or the aim is going to be get it to a point where it's working, which I might not have enough time for, but we'll see. And then I'll worry about, there's some like tricky edge cases with the build script where like it will make everything rebuild if you dirty the wrong directory. So we're not going to worry about that for now. We're just going to kit boot fake node fetch releases. Okay, the owner of the repo I think is Kinode DAO. The repo is Kinode book. We do an await. We what it. All right, and then let's look at the usage here. Okay. Find releases with asset. Okay. Owner repo. Asset name. Okay. Filtered releases. Does this give us a string? It gives us a release. Okay, what's a release? A release is tag name and assets. An asset is name. Okay, so that's probably going to look like this thing. Oh, we can actually look this up. What's the URL? The URL is like, it's in here. All right. Here we go. All right. Its endpoint is releases. It's Kinode DAO, Kinode book. Okay. So this is what we're going to be grabbing when we call this function. Oops. And then tag name and assets. So tag name is like this, like V188. Assets is this. So here we have our book tar GZ. That's what we want to get. And I think it's just ordered. So like the newest release will always be element 0. We can check just to be sure with, we'll go and look at Kinode, which has multiple releases. So this should be 087. Yep. Okay, so it's the most recent. So we just get the 0th element of the releases. Okay, so let releases equals get Kinode book to package into core. Okay. So we get the releases, then we just want to get the first element. If releases is empty, panic. We will come back to this probably after the stream to do. Okay, so it's not empty, so then we can get the 0th element. So that's our newest thing. So that's this guy. And then what's our struct? Tag name and assets. So we don't care about the tag name really. We just want the assets. So we want to get the assets. That itself is a vec, which in our case is going to be a single element. So I want to know how to download this now that what's the path here? So the path looks like this. So it's without the API, releases, download, the name, and then oh, okay, so we do care about the name. Okay, so let release equals release at 0. Okay, let release URL equals. There might be a better way to do this. I'm just trying to go fast here. Okay, so it's this guy, and then we want to replace yeah, so I'm gonna have to come back and clean up this code, but that's fine. So this is replaced with one thing, this is replaced with another thing. Okay, specifically these things are replaced with the release dot name, I think, tag name, and the okay, so we need to do another assert. If release dot assets is empty, then do a panic to do. Okay. But since it's not empty now, we can do release assets at 0 name. Okay. So now we know where to get the file from. So now we just need to pull that file down. All right, GPT, how did you tell us to do this? We do a request JSON release. Is that pub? It is not pub. All right, we have another change we need to make. Name body. So we want the body. Is that right? That doesn't quite sound right. Body. Okay, this isn't actually. So we want. Oh, this is just getting that. Okay, so we want to now do a request to pull down the bytes. Okay. Say I have a URL at which a file lives for a GitHub release. How do I download the bytes and write them to the file system? All right, I think it's just going to be very similar to this, but I don't remember the specific dot commands, so GPT does. So let's make use of its big brain. Okay, I think we already have request. Maybe not. Do we have it even? Oops. Oh, we're probably using kit's download file. Yeah. Okay, so how do we use that? I think I was looking at that earlier in build. Source build download file. URL path. Path is where we want to deposit the file. Okay, cool. So we actually okay, so we just need to figure out where we want to put it. We don't need to know GPT. We don't need GPT's answer. We already know what's up. Okay, so we've already written that code. So what we want to do is, where were we writing? Here we are. We want to do kit build download file. The URL is release URL. And then the path is whatever we want it to be. I'll just put foo bar. So this path is going to be probably like in the target directory of the package that we're going to make. Okay, so we'll come back to this. This is another to-do. This guy we actually have to do on the stream, assuming that we get there. We might not get there, but we will try. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start writing our package. So update Kinode cores build script. Okay, that's sort of done. My notation here is squiggle is sort of, exclamation mark is done. So we have a sort of, because we have to go back and actually put it in a specific place in the file system, but that will be easy. We just have to figure out where it is. Yeah, why not do it now? Okay, so it's going to be something like Kinode packages. We'll come back to it because we have to do like current working directory and stuff. It's kind of annoying, so we'll come back to it. Kinode packages. Okay, so we're going to add a new package here. It's going to be called either docs or book. I think it's going to be called, well, book is more literally true, but docs gives us more room to expand. So for example, if we want to put the process lib docs or other docs here, that could live in docs. So I think we'll call it docs. Okay, so we're going to come from a template. Let's see, do we have any templates that are better than chat to use for this? Chat, echo, Fibonacci, or file transfer? No. Docs. Okay. All right. We are on the way. Okay, we're just cleaning up some stuff here. Docs, docs, docs. This is from, I think, sys. Yeah. Get rid of this send. We're gonna have to look at how to do widget, but that's step 3. Okay, so let's see, is there anything else we need to edit here? Probably. Maybe not. Let's get rid of the tests for now. We can always come back and add it later, but I don't want to forget and have like some garbage tests there. We're gonna get rid of API as well. For the first version, all I want to do, like this is gonna be super simple. All I want to do is just serve the docs, right? So I think in the future it would be nice to have like a setting where it's your node. You can set like, are these docs public or are these docs private? For now, they're just going to be private. Okay, so, and there's not going to be a setting to change it. Okay, so I think it's going to be real simple. We basically just, we're going to have to look at how to do this with process lib, but we're basically just going to like do a static serve, I think. Let's see here. Handle UI, serve UI, serve index. Is that what we want to do? I think we want to serve a number of things. Serve index, serve bind static path, new data, serve a static file from it, bind HTTP path, serve index, serve static files from a, whoops, okay. What did that previous one say? By binding all of them in HTTP server. Instead of binding at just a path, this function tells HTTP server to generate a subdomain with our package ID and bind. Oh, this is for secure. We don't want secure, but we do perhaps want serve UI. Serve static files from a given directory by binding all of them in HTTP server in their file system to their file system path. I think this might be the easiest way to do it, is we just put we put the book in the UI directory, and then call serve UI. Let's try it. Okay. All right, we're just going to clean up this thing a little bit before we. So the world is going to be just process v0. That's the default world. And then we're going to let's import serve UI, and then we're going to serve a UI here. Oops. Serve UI our directory. I think it's just UI, right? Authenticated, true, local only, false, pads. Oh boy, what does pads do? How is pads used? Serve index HTML pads. Okay, so you just pass it into this. What does this do here? For path and pads. HTTP find static path. Let's look at how it's used. Serve UI. Find fast. Find fast. Find fast. Find fast. Okay, we'll just try that. Spec fast. We'll unwrap it. Okay, so we serve our UI, and then we just if you give us a message, then we say got message, because we don't actually want to do anything with the messages. We just want to serve the UI. That's it for this simplest thing. Okay, so we want to serve your UI. Add our comma. All right, I bet there's a lot of stuff here that we are not using. Yes, yes. Okay, anything else we can get rid of? I think we must use that. Okay, yep, get rid of that. All right, okay, cool, so that's our process. So now we need to actually put stuff where this is expecting it. So it's in the UI directory, so we're going to need to have we're going to need to create a pkg directory here. Oh, no, it's there, right there. And then, oops, and then we can remove that scripts. Okay. Request capabilities. Yeah, that looks right. Public, false. Okay, so request networking, false. Okay. So, what we're going to want to do here is we need to go back to our build script now. We want our build script to write the files. Now we know where we want to write the files. So we want to write the files. All right, well, what's our current working directory? pwd, parent directory, packages directory. Okay, great, we know what our packages directory is. So we want in our packages directory, so we're going to use that packages directory guy, and we're going to Where are we? Here we are. Packages directory, join, docs. Okay, first we're gonna do a create all just in case. So do we have fs in here? We do, okay. So it's gonna be like fs create dir all, and then I think it's just the path. So we'll call it UI path book dir. So book dir is in the docs, and then it's in the PKG. And then it's in UI. So we're going to create that book dir. Okay. And then we're going to take book dir, and we're going to join it. Oh, I guess that's actually, we just want to put stuff in there, right? Okay, so yeah, so we need to call it. So what we're doing is we're going to get the book file, the tard site, book tard UZ, and then now that we have it, we are going to untar it. How do you untar a file? GPT, tell me. Rust, how to untar a file that was tarred with tar ZCF foo.tar.gz. Okay, so we have our file, so we untar, then we need to delete the file, delete the tar. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Remove. How do you delete a file? Rust fs remove file. Remove file. Okay. How do we untar? Okay, that looks pretty straightforward. I have to step away for 1 minute. Be right back. All right, we back. Okay, where were we? We were untarring our file. Oh man, we're using zip files and tar files. Oh no. Okay, we need to add some dependencies. Tar inflate 2. Let's go and check those actual crates, because it's probably a new version. Rust tar crate. Rust inflate 2 crate. 0410. Okay. Oh. GP got it right for once. Tar 04. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. All right, inflate 2 is 10. Okay, we got our depths. Buff reader. Use plate 2 read GZ decoder. Use tar archive. Okay, I think that should work. We prefer anyhow results in this household. I think actually it's fine to do IO results as long as you're wadding the call, because then it will get converted to anyhow. But yeah, let's try it. Let's try leaving it IO. Okay, so then where were we? We were untarring the file. Didn't I leave a note for myself? Oh, that tricky hyphen. Okay, so now we want to untar GZ file. Give a path and a destination. Okay, so path is let's book path. Book tar path. Be this guy. Book tar path. Book tar path. Book tar path. What is the destination? The destination is book dir. Okay. I think we're ready to try it. This might be where the stream ends because this build is going to take forever. But let's at least see if it even tries to build or if it just gets mad. Nightly simulation mode. Right, maybe we'll have some fun compiler errors to fix on stream. I wonder how much we can speed up this build. That might be actually a good thing to spend time on. Normally, dev time is more valuable than computer time, but the problem with having a really long compile is it takes dev time, and it also gives you the incentive to, go check your Twitter or go, touch grass, whatever. That's not good for increasing shareholder value. Okay, actually, yeah, I think this is a good stopping place because I don't think anybody wants to watch the compiler scroll. So I think that was a pretty successful stream. You got to see the initiation of, or the initial part of building the Docs app. We didn't get into the widget at all. That'll probably be, once I get this basic thing compiling and working, then we'll go to the widget. I'm just imagining the widget is like some real simple thing. I think the simplest thing to do with the widget, like the cool thing to do would be like, you could just like have your entire docs in the widget. But I think the easier thing to do, I don't know, maybe I'll ask GPT to do it for me and see if it will work. But the easier thing to do is to just like, basically it's just like a shortcut. Maybe it's not even a good widget. It's not even a good widget without the ability to use the docs. It would be pretty cool if there was just like a docs pane there in your homepage. I don't know that it would, it might not flow right, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll make a widget. Maybe we won't. But be looking forward to docs. Oh, hey, we got compiler errors. Okay, we'll fix these before we end the stream. Use of undeclared crate or module IO. I see. It's standard IO. No, okay, we'll end it here. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. Have a great weekend, everybody.